Technology is advancing at a dizzying pace these days. With new technologies in many areas, protective products and their consumption are now a reality that we are used to. The concepts we are used to hearing most in newly produced services are artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and machine learning. Virtual reality, VR, is a computer-generated environment that simulates a physical presence in a three-dimensional space. What these technologies add to our lives, or rather what they bring, comes out as solving problems that require superhuman effort. Since the subject of our business is e-commerce, machine learning and the benefits of these developments offer us many features that will enable us to understand the customer and improve sales in e-commerce. Machine learning, which can be seen as a type of artificial intelligence, will include the infrastructure of e-commerce in areas such as the analysis of the data, modeling, and the results obtained from it, both in the correct segment of the leaves and in the parts of the performance when looking at. Machine learning has never seen the customer experience before on the e-commerce side, as it basically makes use of previous customer data. With the right definitions in prices and campaigns, companies can move much faster and increase sales rapidly according to their understanding and timeline decisions. E-commerce is still a very new field, and despite such a short time, it has witnessed a lot of innovations. Just looking at the statistics gives us very good ideas on this subject. According to Statista.com, e-commerce turnover will quickly reach and exceed $4.88 trillion 2021. This is a growth of around 20% every year, which is in the size of USD, which explains the interest in the sector. On the other hand, these forecasts are those that predict a 20% stage until 2025. Mobile e-commerce, on the other hand, is progressing much faster, and as of 2018, 70% of the turnover has started to come from mobile. A study by Gartner, on the other hand, has managed to achieve that 80% of customer relations will be provided by artificial intelligence-supported decision systems by 2020. Thanks to the investments made in virtual reality by Google, Apple and Facebook, virtual reality solutions are rapidly brought into technology and started to operate. As of today, a turnover of $120 billion has been exceeded in e-commerce. In addition, Alibaba, Sony, Microsoft, Samsung, and HTC also announced that they are trying applications on virtual reality. Now let's examine how machine learning improves the behavior of contributors to e-commerce in 8 items. Customer segmentation, services personalization, and targeted campaigns. It was relatively easy for a standard customer to go to a street store or mall store. Here, he would observe the customer, look at the products he is interested in, take into account the products on him, make predictions about his body language, and ask the purpose of his shopping. Is he looking for himself, or will it be a gift? Then he asks questions to find out what he has in mind. Even if the customer has a question mark in her mind or needs to be convinced at some points, she takes the necessary care in this regard, and using it did not close it as a helper. Customers often speak for the convenience of e-commerce. They have a product in mind. If they find this product easily via e-commerce on the internet, they will not buy it. If they do not buy it, there is no one to serve or support them, as in the scenario of the management. It may not be enough to find products here. If there is a question mark in their rational products, there will be no one to support them or persuade them to answer the questions. Due to such reasons, the high customer satisfaction and expenditures in the physical stores inevitably put them in the accommodation situation. With the multiplicity of customer observations browsing the e-commerce site and the use of this data in machine learning, segmentation for walking more effectively, product recommendation according to this segment, questions in mind for protection for the product visited. making the predictions that appear to the previous ones, and showing their buyers correctly and getting their answers. Services such as increasing sales by offering special campaigns or related products can be offered. Optimizing prices. The concentrations that shoppers from online sites are most sensitive to price. If a product has the same price as the store, they prefer to buy it first-hand while visiting the store. In addition, it should not be forgotten that the favorite job of the e-commerce customer is to compare the product or products she decides to buy on different sites and to buy from the place where the devil trusts at the most affordable price. It creates different price options and offers prices according to the customer's calls, time of day, demand and calling characteristics, prices of expectations and the segment sought. In this way, it helps to increase sales and turnover. It can be observed how serious workload and complexity of these are, considering the abundance of product protections sold on a site, searches made on the site, product navigation trips and positions among them. Fraud protection. Chargeback for e-commerce customers' site damage, the customer objecting to the purchase and the bank's satisfaction returning this payment for justified reasons, is a complete nightmare. The first-time shoppers on an e-commerce site have the most fear of trust in the settlement, and they have questions about security for the product service they will buy from here. Unfortunately, e-commerce sites show weaknesses in the face of fraudsters. Systems in this regard are targeted because they provide 24/7 service and users from different places and from different environments are constantly connecting to online sites. A negative transaction that may occur here causes loss of reputation as a priority. Here again machine learning comes into play and detects in connection with what is suspicious. Here, every request from the user's repetitive movements to the unexpected movement detected in previous attacks is analyzed and unblocking for this user from the fraudulent activity. Optimizing search results. It would not be the right behavior to expect every animal who will shop in the e-commerce environment to be very intelligent, to know the exact name, model, limitation of the desired product, or to know the exact category of the product that is considering buying. It's a great resource for machine learning to record searches on an e-commerce site, select result products from results from there, and the process leading up to the next purchase. Here, a machine learning that will be created with knowledge will both make it easier to find what he is looking for permanence and make more effective suggestions. Because the information they see includes purchase data, which allows us to offer the download to recommend purchasing more products. Today, the configuration data search results are also manipulated by artificial intelligence, and even if the customer searches for a product that is not on the site, equivalent products are offered separately. Externally, this is used not only by the e-commerce front, but also by Netflix, for example. If you are looking for a content that is not on the platform, it thinks that it is its equivalent or suggests the content that it has decided when looking at the past. The non-existing product can sunbathe, or a different product that provides the same function can be offered to provide more profitability on a permanent edge. We also see that observations that have evolved in this way are started to be run by many sites. Product recommendations. A salesperson can easily guess the product she is interested in from the personal appearance, behaviors, and the questions asked, advise him, remove the question marks in the mind and make a purchase. It can even increase the sales amount by suggesting similar products alongside the purchased product. When it comes to online sales, the product recommendation processes contribute significantly to the turnover. And since it is made without spending a budget for advertising, its contribution to profitability is so high that it cannot be ignored. A small but very important tip to buy is to think like a seller and finish the look with the right product. With the spread of machine learning in the future, many e-commerce sites are those who use product recommendation technologies with the infrastructure or outsourced services. the development of measurement tools, the increase in turnover and profitability can be calculated instantly. Conducting the research conducted by McKinsey, 75% of the views included in Netflix are to meet their recommendations, and more interestingly, the tables made on Amazon include recommended products in 35% of orders. Customer support.
Do what you do, get down on the floor, shake your body so nice. Everybody just get down in the place to be. Forget your cares at the door, most definitely.
Therefore, one of the most important explanations here is customer service and customer support.
Get it right.
Consequences of an e-commerce result support both
do what you do, get down on the floor, shake your body so nice. Everybody just get down in the place to be. Forget your cares at the door, most definitely. That's right. That's right.
Establishing a support department for other companies.
Get it right.
Hiring and managing human resources for the existing one, and managing it in the most efficient way, which creates a very high cost, and this affects profitability. In addition, since the answers and solutions depend on people, it takes time for people to grow up and the quality of service can change. Chatbots can solve the problem by writing to the customer and quickly respond by encrypting it. Many companies, especially their underwear, give their first customer support with chatbots, making constraints on needs estimates. Displaying the right product at the right time is one of the most important sales factors in e-commerce. On the contrary, it causes quite heavy damages. Today's e-commerce creatures have a lot of product and order data out there, which is increasing every day. This heavy traffic has to make analysis as human beings impossible. This is where machine learning comes into play. It predicts trends from order and customer data, determines products that are suitable for this, and produces analyses that will ensure their supply at the right time. In this way, e-commerce sites make the most accurate purchasing decisions, offer the right price and timing for demanding products, and increase their sales. Increasing omnichannel sales with artificial intelligence. Omnichannel product sales mean that the physical store and the online store are integrated and use the same customer database and product database. As this turnover increases, it also increases customer visits and increases trust in the brand because the customer can continue online even in places where there is no physical store. Machine learning enters the takeover by starting to analyze legacy customer and shopping data here. After customers are segmented with their online or in-store shopping, when looking at what is available, correct guidance, correct pricing and special weights of campaign appearance can be achieved in both sales environments, as well as increase in turnover and profitability. Sales, which were previously thought to be increased only by a sales manager in the physical store, are now able to work independently of people and at the service of both sales platforms with a common machine learning database. As a result, an e-commerce perspective on artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is a step of it. Salespeople, customer service. Configuring many machine learning lengths such as purchasing density, on-site customer satisfaction, correct human size with hand analysis provides solutions that ensure that the right moves are consumed. Where in the world is the lowest limit in an e-commerce ecosystem growing by 2 digits, the ever-increasing secrecy is already a difficult and grueling center to analyze with human hands. So automating the time here to grow e-commerce will not only enable sales growth, but also save manpower and enable you to decide to look at more things.